Suratul Mulk, chapter number 67, verse number 1 to 4. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Blessed be He in whose hand is the dominion, and He is able to do all the things, who has created death and life that He may test you. Which of you is best indeed? And He is the Almighty, the oft forgiving, who has created the 7 heavens one above another. You can see no faults in the creation of most gracious. Then look again. Can you see any rifts? Then look again, and yet again. Your sight will return to you in a state of humiliation and worn out. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ishan. I would like to call upon Dr. Roshan S., Professor and Head, Department of Anatomy, to deliver the welcome speech.
Good morning, everyone. For this induction program of 2021-22 MBBS batch of students, a warm welcome to our beloved Chairman Haji UK Monu sir, a visionary whose far-sightedness led to the development of this institution. A warm welcome to you for this program. I would like to welcome our beloved Dean, Honorable Dr. H.S. Virupaksha sir. Extending my heartfelt welcome to Dr. Harish Shetty, Medical Superintendent and Professor of OB. I also extend my warm welcome to Deputy MS Dr. Colonel K.G. Kiran sir, Professor and Head Department of Community Medicine. I would also like to welcome vibrant Chief Medical Administrative Officer Dr. Rohan Molis. A warm welcome to all the honorable HODs of preclinical, paraclinical and clinical departments. Welcome to all my dear colleagues, teaching and non-teaching staff who all have been assembled here. A warm welcome to all the parents who have gathered here to visualize the first stepping stone into medical field of their siblings. Last but not the least, a warm, enthusiastic, cordial welcome to the students of 2021-22 MBBS batch for joining our Kanachur family. Thank you. Welcome each and everyone. Honorable Chairman, Sri Haji UK Monu, Honorable Director, Sri Abdul Rahman, in absentia, Honorable Trustees of Kanachur Medical Education Trust, Islamic Education Trust, Medical Superintendent Dr. Harish Shetty, Deputy Medical Superintendent Dr. K.J. Kiran, Chief Administrative Officer Dr. Rohan, Professor and heads of the departments, faculty members, non-teaching staff members, principals of sister organizations, beloved students, proud parents, invitees, ladies and gentlemen. A very good morning to one and all. Firstly, I, Dr. Virupaksha, Dean and Professor of Biochemistry, stand before you to welcome the 6th batch of MBBS students and their parents to this institution and to this orientation program. On behalf of the management,
the faculty and the students of Kanachur Institute of Medical Sciences, I congratulate the freshers for choosing Kanachur Institute of Medical Sciences, and I welcome all the freshers to the family of Kanachur. I also welcome all the professor and heads of the departments, the teaching and the non-teaching staff members, the invitees, the well-wishers of this institution to this orientation program. May I request the head of the departments and the section heads to please raise and say hello to the freshers as and when I introduce them to the freshers. This program is basically to orient the freshers to this institution, to the staff, particularly the heads of the departments as well as the administrative staff, and also the salient features of this MBBS course, the rules, regulations or the do's and don'ts in this institution. The Kanachur Institute of Medical Sciences is managed by Kanachur Islamic Education Trust under the able guidance and support of our beloved chairman, Sri Haji UK Monu, and our young dynamic trustee, Sri Abdul Rahman, who is also the director of this institution. Various other educational institutions such as Kanachur Preschool, Kanachur Public School, Kanachur Pre-University College for Women, Kanachur Institute of Management and Science, Kanachur College of Allied Health Sciences, Kanachur College of Physiotherapy, Kanachur College of Nursing Sciences are also managed by the Kanachur Islamic Education Trust. To give you the background, the first batch of MBBS students was admitted in 2016. Subsequently, the institution got permission from the erstwhile MCI for 150 admissions, and the last one by the NMC every year without a break. I am happy to share with you that the first batch has passed the final MBBS exam with 98%, and recently the second batch, that is 2017-18 batch, also passed with high percentage of 90%, and the first batch has been recognized by the National Medical Commission. I take this opportunity to thank all the teaching staff, the non-teaching staff for their efforts in achieving this. The second most thing is that the National Medical Commission has permitted the institution to start postgraduate courses from the academic year 21-22 in the broad specialties of general surgery, general medicine, obstetrics, gynecology, pediatrics, orthopedics, respiratory medicine, anesthesiology, radiology. Now coming to the campus is a vast area spread over 70 acres as a unitary complex which is not seen in any other institution in the Mangalore. Mangalore has about 7 to 8 medical colleges, and this is the only college having a unitary complex, and is located on the University Road. The road in front of the college leads to the Mangalore University, and hence the name University Road. In case if somebody asks you why it is called University Road. A well-planned, customized 750-bedded hospital, namely Kanachur Hospital and Research Center, is attached to the Kanachur Institute of Medical Sciences. The hospital is administered by our medical superintendent, Dr. Harish Shetty, who is also the professor of obstetrics and gynecology. It is also administered by Dr. Rohan Monis, who is the Chief Administrative Medical Officer of the hospital. The hospital is fully equipped and is providing services in all the broad specialties such as the general medicine headed by Dr. Devdas Rai, general surgery headed by Dr. Sandeep, ENT headed by Dr. Mahesh Chandra, ophthalmology by Dr. Badrinath, orthopedics by Dr. Arif, Emergency Medicine by Dr. Agustin, Obstetrics and Gynecology by Dr. Rajgopal, Pediatrics by Dr. Shamshad Khan, Radiology by Dr. Ram Prasad, Psychiatry by Dr. Jayant Kumar, Dermatology by Dr. Shruta Kirti, Madam, Anesthesiology by Dr. Vincent Matthias, Respiratory Medicine by Dr. Krishna Prasad, Dentistry by Dr. Mustafa, Laboratory Services by Dr. Mamta, Blood Bank by Dr. Khadilkar. The hospital also provides services under super specialties such as nephrology, urology, critical care, diabetology, cardiology, oncology. We also have an auditorium on the third floor of the hospital premises. On the other side, we have two academic blocks. The academic block A, which houses the preclinical departments, wherein you are already attending the classes regularly, and it houses the Department of Anatomy, headed by Dr. Roshan. Physiology by Dr. Satish, Biochemistry by Dr. Vivian De Souza, and the Faculty of Medicine by Dr. K.G. Kiran, Professor and Head of the Department of Community Medicine and also the Deputy Medical Superintendent. It also houses two lecture halls. The ground floor of Block A also houses the chambers of the Honorable Chairman, the Director, and it also has the Boys and Girls Common Room and a prayer hall. In addition, you can locate the offices of the administration in the ground floor, namely that of the Dean, Office of the Dean, the Office of the Manager, Mr. Askar Ali, Student Cell Office, headed by Mr. Nizam, Academic Cell, headed by Mrs. Jala, Finance by Mrs. Dakshayani, and also the A block houses the Central Library, headed by Mrs. Sumangala. Now, the block that we are holding this particular program is the B block, which houses the paraclinical departments, pathology by Dr. Suchitra Shetty, pharmacology by Dr. Ratnakar, microbiology by Dr. Yashwant Kumar Rai, forensic medicine by Dr. Shanawaz. It also houses the medical education unit and the two lecture halls. Away from the academic blocks, we have the hostels for MBBS students separately for boys and girls. They are administered by the Council of Wardens. Dr. Vishwakant is the chief warden, and full-time resident wardens are also supervising the hostels. Kanachur Institute of Medical Sciences is affiliated to Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences, and we are bound by the RGHS regulations governing the MBBS course. The college is also governed by the regulatory authority, that is the National Medical Commission. The CBME competency-based medical education was introduced for MBBS students in the year 2019 with the object of covering all the three domains of learning, namely cognitive, affective, and psychomotor fields. The CPMA comprises of integrated teaching, horizontal as well as vertical, early clinical exposure, attitude, ethics, communication skills, acquisition of competence and skills, and their certification. From this year, they have included yoga and family adoption program. It also consists of formative and summative assessments which evaluate the student's ability to demonstrate the skills, ability to find solution to problem-solving service exercises. It also includes small group discussions, self-directed learning, electives, writing reflections on personal experiences, etc. The student is assessed at the end of each of the different sessions and are to be certified by the mentor in each of the department that needs to be recorded in the logbooks. The apex body believes, and we believe, that this change will bring out better doctors to meet the global challenges while providing health care at all levels, that is primary, secondary as well as tertiary. The medium of instruction is always English here. That includes teaching, the tests, assessments, the lectures, written, everything. The duration of MBBS course is 4.5 academic years from the date of commencement. Now we are all aware that there was unprecedented delay in the admissions, which in turn delayed the commencement of the academic year. In view of this, the NMC has redistributed the hours of teaching and brought an important change in the calendar of events in the whole MBBS course, particularly for your batch. The NMC has redistributed the hours by cutting the sports and extracurricular hours of the foundation course, removing the vacation, reducing the self-directed learning in the college hours, but the same to be carried out beyond the normal class hours as assignments, reducing the duration of electives from 2 to 1 month. Now phase 1, in which you have just entered, is what is known as first MBBS course, consists of foundation course and the learning of preclinical subjects comprising of anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, community medicine, followed by phase 1 examination. The foundation course has been conducted already during the months of February and March. I take this opportunity to thank the chairperson of the foundation course committee, the curriculum committee members, the medical education unit members, and all the professor and heads of the departments and their faculty for successfully conducting the foundation course. Yoga training has been introduced from this academic year as part of the foundation course, and it is conducted for a maximum of 1 hour every day for a period of 10 days. And the dates fixed are from 12th June and it ends on the International Yoga Day, that is the 21st June. Attendance at these yoga classes is compulsory. You will be appearing for first MBBS University examination sometime in February 23. And if a student fails in one or more subjects, there is no carryover to the second year. You have to pass the subjects of anatomy, physiology, biochemistry to get promoted to second MBBS. And the university will conduct a supplementary examination for the benefit of those first MBBS failed students within a period of 4 to 6 weeks. The students who pass all the subjects in the supplementary examination will be promoted to second MBBS to join their classmates. But failed students shall attend the classes along with the junior batch of students. The point to be noted here is that one should work hard to clear the first MBBS course in the first attempt, or at least in the supplementary examinations, failing which you will be demoted by 1 year. A first MBBS student is permitted to appear not more than 4 attempts at the first MBBS examination and should complete within a period of 4 years, failing which the student will be discharged from the college as well as the university. Also note that MBBS students should graduate not later than 10 years from the date of joining the MBBS course. Now moving on to this phase 2, second MBBS includes learning of paraclinical subjects, pathology, microbiology, pharmacology, forensic medicine, community medicine, as well as the clinical subjects, and that is followed by phase 2 examination. Phase 3 consists of third MBBS and electives. Now during part 1, learning of clinical subjects and appearing for university examination in the subject of ENT, Ophthalm, community medicine, followed by phase 3 part 1 examinations. Now to appear for third MBBS part 1 examination, a student should have passed the second MBBS examination, all the subjects of second MBBS course. Now electives have been reduced for your batch from 2 months to 1 month, and that will be in the subject of interest to you, but that will be before the commencement of the phase part 2 of third MBBS. Now part 2 consists of learning the clinical subjects, the medicine, surgery, obstetrics, gynecology, orthopedics, pediatrics, followed by part 2 examinations. To appear for third MBBS part 2 examination, the student should have passed all the third MBBS part 1 subjects, that is ENT, community medicine, ophthalmology. Now as per NMC circular, the first year examination is, the final year examination is called the next exam, and probably you will be the first batch to appear for this next exam in April 2026, which will be the basis for gaining entry to postgraduate courses in the country, as well as to the license to practice medicine in the country. Though the NMC has issued a calendar of events to start the first MBBS course on the 14th of February, the first round of admissions only ended on 14th February, and hence we started the classes from the following week, that is 23rd February. To begin, we started the foundation course and completed around 23rd March, but many of you had not joined. For all those who joined late and could not attend the foundation course, arrangements have been made for either online or offline classes. The foundation course has been conducted already during the months of February and March. I take this opportunity to thank the chairperson of the foundation course committee, the curriculum committee members, the medical education unit members, and all the professional heads of the departments and their faculty for successfully conducting the foundation course. Yoga training has been introduced from this academic year as part of the foundation course, and it is conducted for a maximum of 1 hour every day for a period of 10 days. And the dates fixed are from 12th June, and it ends on the International Yoga Day, that is the 21st June. Attendance at these yoga classes is compulsory. You will be appearing for first MBBS university examination sometime in February 23. And if a student fails in one or more subjects, there is no carryover to the second year. You have to pass the subjects of anatomy, physiology, biochemistry to get promoted to second MBBS. And the university will conduct a supplementary examination for the benefit of those first MBBS failed students within a period of 4 to 6 weeks. The students who pass all the subjects in the supplementary examination will be promoted to second MBBS to join their classmates. But failed students shall attend the classes along with a junior batch of students. The point to be noted here is that one should work hard to clear the first MBBS course in the first attempt, or at least in the supplementary examinations, failing which you will be demoted by 1 year. A first MBBS student is permitted to appear not more than 4 attempts at the first MBBS examination and should complete within a period of 4 years, failing which the student will be discharged from the college as well as the university. Also note that MBBS students should graduate not later than 10 years from the date of joining the MBBS course. Now moving on to this phase 2, second MBBS includes learning of paraclinical subjects, pathology, microbiology, pharmacology, forensic medicine, community medicine, as well as the clinical subjects, and that is followed by phase 2 examination. Phase 3 consists of third MBBS and electives. Now during part 1, learning of clinical subjects and appearing for university examination in the subject of ENT, Ophthalm, community medicine, followed by phase 3 part 1 examinations. Now to appear for third MBBS part 1 examination, a student should have passed the second MBBS examination, all the subjects of second MBBS course. Now electives have been reduced for your batch from 2 months to 1 month, and that will be in the subject of interest to you, but that will be before the commencement of the phase part 2 of third MBBS. Now part 2 consists of learning the clinical subjects, the medicine, surgery, obstetrics, gynecology, orthopedics, pediatrics, followed by Part 2 examinations. To appear for third MBBS Part 2 examination, the student should have passed all the third MBBS Part 1 subjects, that is ENT, Community Medicine, Ophthalmology. Now, as per NMC circular, the first year examination is the final year examination is called the next exam, and probably you will be the first batch to appear for this next exam in April 2026, which will be the basis for gaining entry to postgraduate courses in the country, as well as to the license to practice medicine in the country. Though the NMC has issued a calendar of events to start the first MBBS course on the 14th of February, the first round of admissions only ended on 14th February, and hence we started the classes from the following week, that is 23rd February. To begin, we started the foundation course and completed around 23rd March, but many of you had not joined. For all those who joined late and could not attend the foundation course, arrangements have been made for either online or offline classes by the respective faculty. 75% of attendance is compulsory at the foundation course. At the end of the course, on completion of final MBBS, you are required to undergo what is known as compulsory rotating medical internship, and then it may follow you may need to execute the rural service bond who have given it to KEA at the time of admission. About the attendance at the classes, all academic programs we expect you to attend all the classes, that is 100% attendance. Shortage of attendance will lead to your inability to appear for the university examination. You may not be permitted. There is no provision for any kind of leave, inclusive of medical leave. So if you are absent, you will be marked absent in the classrooms. With regard to discipline and conduct, any professional course demands responsibility, discipline, behavior and conduct. Punctuality in attending classes, dress code, grooming, behavior, body language, soft skills, attentiveness in the class, respecting the teachers at all times, maintaining silence in the classrooms, library, hospital, following all the rules and regulations which are enforced from time to time at the college is a must. As a brand ambassador of KIMS, your behavior outside the campus should be exemplary. The teaching hours are from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and the seating in lecture classes or any classroom, boys and girls shall sit separately. With regard to the books, records and log books, standard textbooks are recommended by the heads of the departments. Possession of one set of standard textbooks by the students at all times is recommended. In addition to the practical records, students have to maintain the log books, recording the certifications on acquiring the skills, and it has to be preserved to be produced at the final MBBS examination, failing which he may not or she may not be permitted to appear for the final MBBS examination. The tests may be of internal assessment or class tests. Now, attendance at the internal assessment test is compulsory, and the minimum scores you have to get is 50%. 3 tests are held. Average of the 3 tests separately in theory, practical is presented to the university. No retests are permitted. Student should ensure that he or she attends all the 3 internal assessment tests. The last internal assessment test is a preparatory examination type, and the pattern is similar to the university examinations. Full portions are included in the last internal assessment test in theory, practical as well as for vivos. Now, one thing that the CPME has brought a change is that the vivos marks are not added to the theory marks but to the practical examination. Students scoring less than 50% are not eligible to appear for RJUHS examinations. In addition to assessments, the departments may conduct class tests and may give you assignments also. To get promoted to second MBBS, one has to clear all the subjects of first MBBS. The criteria for pass is 50% aggregate and 50% minimum separately in theory, practical, internal assessment tests. We have a well-stocked library, central library, with all the textbooks, reference books, digital library and journal section. There is also an outside study area where you can take your own books and study there. Library is for self-study and not a forum for group discussions. So you will have to follow the rules and regulations of the library, the timings, the dress code, while making use of the library. The hostels are supervised by the Council of Wardens headed by Dr. Vishwakant, Associate Professor of Forensic Medicine, and also Dr. Roshan, Professor of Anatomy, Professor and Head of the Department of Anatomy. Separate hostels for girls and boys have been constructed as per the mandatory guidelines of the Medical Council of India. A mechanized kitchen is in place and we have well furnished mess. Parents are advised to ensure that students do not possess excess money or valuable items such as costly mobile phones or jewelry, etc. Management or the staff are not responsible for any loss, theft, damage to the belongings of the students in the campus as a whole. In the hostels, if you fall sick, immediately inform your roommate and to the resident warden who will make arrangements to take you to the hospital. A formal dress code with formal shoes, both for boys and girls, while at the college, hospital, library is a must. Lab coat, apron with college logo shall be worn while attending the teaching programs at the college and hospital. Grooming is very important. Boys shall have a neat haircut with black shoes and girls should have to tie their hair. Mobile phones are not permitted in the classrooms. We are not conducting any online classes now, so except for the foundation course if any, and you are permitted to use them for that. But not on regular basis, you are not supposed to carry the mobile phones either to the hospital or to the college. They can be left either in the hostel or put in the lockers provided in the Department of Anatomy or in the central library. The parents should educate the children about this. Faculty members have been authorized to seize the phones and double the cost of phones shall be levied. There is nothing to laugh, please. Now ID cards as and when provided shall be worn 24/7, once out of the rooms or out of the home in case of day scholars. We have student welfare committees such as the anti-ragging committee, student disciplinary committee, internal complaints committee, mentorship program in each department, sports and cultural committee, student, as well as we have a student grievance officer. Notice boards are put up at various locations, at the dean's office, in each of the departments, hostels. Please make it a habit to see the notice boards regularly or else you may miss important announcements. With regard to sports and cultural activities, Dr. Shanavas, Professor and Head of Forensic Medicine, is the chairperson for Sports and Cultural Committee. He is also the student grievance officer of our institute. The institution encourages the students to participate in sports and cultural activities. And the students are informed to report to the chairman of the committee to, in this regard, facilities for indoor sports and for outdoor sports are also available. The students are advised to take pre-exposure prophylaxis with respect to the hepatitis and the COVID in their own interest. During the weekends, we don't encourage students to go home. Going home will be with the intimation by the parents to the warden and with the permission of the dean or any authorized personnel. In your own interest, please make the campus a safe and secure area. Do not loiter around the campus. Wear ID cards at all the times. No room for drugs, alcohol, smoking, partying. Do not invite friends or strangers. Return to your rooms or to the library by 6 p.m. Do not go out of the campus unnecessarily. And if you have to go, please inform the warden or take the permission and move out. As per the National Medical Commission 2021 Prevention and Prohibition of Ragging, the institution follows a zero tolerance as far as ragging is concerned. As I mentioned earlier, anti-ragging committee is in place, and you are all familiar that there is an anti-ragging squad member visiting the hostel. We have displayed the information about the members of the anti-ragging committee. There are CCTVs, cameras in place all over the campus. We have a toll-free number also on the website, and the senior students have been sensitized against ragging. Your first point of contact is the resident warden while staying at the hostel. If you want to complain, please feel free to contact any of the teachers, mentors, or any official of academic cell or the student cell. Lastly but not least, a word to the parents who have arrived here today to share this program. Parents should respond to the telephone calls, emails, SMS by the college authorities without fail, and cooperate with the management and administration at all times. Parents are requested to respect and interact with the staff and other students cordially and not to get into any kind of confrontation. Parents should be the role model for their daughter, son. Parents during their visit are welcome to meet the heads of the departments to know about the progress and attendance of their son or daughter. In case of any shortcomings with respect to the attendance or performance, parents should counsel their ward. Parents shall ensure that their ward is not involved in any kind of ragging. The parents are also advised to register their mobile numbers and email ID and update them if there are any changes. The college website also hosts a code of conduct for students, hostel rules, regulations, central library rules and regulations, and advice to the parents. Now to conclude, the board of trustees, the staff members believe that your work, hard work, not only will work only to work, become the doctor, but also a memorable stay at Kanachur Institute of Medical Sciences.
Sir, to deliver the presidential address and grace the students with some golden words.
2021-22 batch ಈ ಒಂದು ಸಮಾರಂಭಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ಸಲದ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ಅವರ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸನ್ನು ನಾವು ಇನ್ವೈಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಕಾರಣಾಂತರದಿಂದಲೋ ಅಥವಾ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅತಿ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ನಾನು ಬರುವಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡಿ ಬಂದೆ, ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಬರಬೇಕಿತ್ತು ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸೇ, ನೀವು ರಜಾ ತಗೊಂಡು ಊರಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಬರುವಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ನ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವ ಅನುಕೂಲಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಈ ದಿವಸವನ್ನು ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟೇ ನಿಶ್ಚಯ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ರಜಾ ಮುಗಿಸಿ ಬರುವಾಗ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಬನ್ನಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿ, ಆದರೆ ಕಾಣೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಚಿಂತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ದಿವಸ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಕರೆಯುವುದು ದೇವರು ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಕರುಣಿಸಿ ನೀವು ಪಾಸ್ಔಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ MBBS ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆದ ದಿನ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸನ್ನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅದು ಈ ವರ್ಷ ನಮ್ಮ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಚ್ ಹೊರಗೆ ಹೋಗುವ ಸಂದರ್ಭ. ಆ ಸಂದರ್ಭದ ಆ ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರಿ ಕಣಚೂರು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗೆ, ನೀವು ಅದೃಷ್ಟಶಾಲಿಗಳು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಯಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನೋಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ. ಈ ಕಳೆದ 5 ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಆದ ಹುಡುಗರಿಗೆ, ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮಂಥ ಅವಕಾಶ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಏನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ, ಒಂದನೇದಾಗಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮು ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ PG ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಗಳು ಕಲಿಯುವಂಥ ಅವಕಾಶವನ್ನು ನೋಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ. ಎರಡನೇದಾಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ಈ ಮೇ 28ನೇ ತಾರೀಕಿಗೆ 132 ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಗಳು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಬಿರುದನ್ನು ಪಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅವರ ಮುಂದಿನ ಸ್ವತಂತ್ರ ಜೀವನಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾಲಿಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಣ್ಣಾರೆ ನೋಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವ ನೀವು ಅದೃಷ್ಟವಂತರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಭಾಂಗಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಮುಖ್ಯಸ್ಥರು ಕೂತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರ ಪರಿಚಯ ನಿಮಗೆ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಗಳ ಪರಿಚಯ ನಿಮಗೆ ಆಗಿದೆ. ನಾನು ಪ್ರತ್ಯೇಕವಾಗಿ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರನ್ನೂ ಅಭಿನಂದಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಗಳನ್ನ, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಮತ್ತು ಮೀಡಿಯಾದವ್ರನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಶುಭವನ್ನು ಕೋರ್ತಾ ಅಭಿನಂದಿಸ್ತಾ, ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಡೀನ್ ವಿವರಣೆಯಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಲೆಕ್ಚರ್ ಹಾಲ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಪಾಠ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತಲೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನದಾಗಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೇಳಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಮಹತ್ವವಾದ ಒಂದು ಲೆಸನ್, ಒಂದು ಪಾಠ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವುದನ್ನು ಮನಗಂಡು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎದೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅಚ್ಚುಕಟ್ಟಾಗಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಉಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಮಾತು, ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಕಾನೂನು, ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ನೀವು ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿತವಾಗಿ ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಈ ಬರುವ 5.5 ವರ್ಷ, 4.5 ವರ್ಷ ಮತ್ತು 1 ವರ್ಷ ನೀವು ಈ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅತ್ಯುತ್ತಮ ಈ ದೇಶದ ಪ್ರಜೆಗಳಾಗಿ ಹೊರಹೊಮ್ಮಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರು ಹೇಳಿದ ಮಾತು ನಿಮಗೆ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಸೂಕ್ತವಾದದ್ದು. ಚಾಚು ತಪ್ಪದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಪಾಲಿಸಬೇಕು. ಅದು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರವಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದ ಉದ್ದಕ್ಕೂ ಅದು ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಮಹತ್ವವಾದ ಒಂದು ನಡವಳಿಕೆ. ಆ ನಡವಳಿಕೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅತ್ಯುತ್ತಮವಾಗಿ ಅವರು ಹೇಳಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾನು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಭದ್ರತೆಯ ಮುಖಾಂತರವಾಗಿ 1-2 ಮಾತನ್ನು ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬಯಸ್ತೇನೆ. ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಯುವ ಜನಾಂಗ, ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ನಾವು ಕೂಡ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಗಳು ನಿಮ್ಮ ವಯಸ್ಸು ದಾಟಿಯೇ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿರೋದು, ಈ ವಯಸ್ಸಿಗೆ, ಇಳಿ ವಯಸ್ಸಿಗೆ. ಅದರ ಆಧಾರದ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ನಿಮಗೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಈ ಕೆಲಸ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಪ್ರಜೆಗಳಾದಂಥ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಹೊರಟಿಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು ಈ ದೇಶದ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ರಪಂಚದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಗಳು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಅತ್ಯುನ್ನತ ಶ್ರೇಣಿಯ ಜೀವನಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾಲಿಡುವಂಥವರು. ನಿಮಗೆ ದೇವರು ಈ ಅವಕಾಶ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ? 130 ಕೋಟಿ ಜನದಲ್ಲಿ 1-2 ಕೋಟಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಗಳ ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್. ಇಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ, ಎಂಥ ಅದೃಷ್ಟವಂತರು ನೀವು. ಗಂಡಿರಲಿ ಹೆಣ್ಣಿರಲಿ, ಅದನ್ನು ನೀವು ಮನಗಾಣಬೇಕು. ನೀವು ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆಯಿಂದ ಚಾಚು ತಪ್ಪದೆ ಪಾಲಿಸಬೇಕು. ಮೊಟ್ಟ ಮೊದಲನೇದಾಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಕಳಿಸಿದ ತಾಯಿ ತಂದೆಯವರಿಗೆ ಅವರ ಆಸೆ ಇದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ, ನನ್ನ ಮಗ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ನನ್ನ ಮಗಳು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ನನ್ನ ಕುಟುಂಬಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಸರು ತರಬೇಕು, ನನ್ನ ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಊರಿಗೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಗ್ರಾಮಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರು ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಮೇಲ್ವರ್ಗದ ಜನಗಳಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನನ್ನ ಮಗ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಂದ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾನು ಅವನಿಗೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಅಥವಾ ನರ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಹೋಮ್ ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿ ಅದು ಯಾವುದು ಬೇಕಾದರೂ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ದೇವರು ನಿಮಗೆ ಕರುಣಿಸಿದ ಆ ಒಂದು ಅವಕಾಶವನ್ನು ನಾನು ನೋಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವ ಆಸೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹೆತ್ತವರಿಗೆ ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗಿಯೂ ಇದೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ನೀವು ಪೂರ್ತಿಗೊಳಿಸಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಇವತ್ತು ನೀವು ಕಣಚೂರಿಗೆ ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಕಣಚೂರು ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ಕಾಲೇಜಿಗೆ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಸುಸಜ್ಜಿತವಾದ ವಾತಾವರಣ ಇದೆ. ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಗಳ ಭದ್ರತೆ, ಅವರ ರಕ್ಷಣೆ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಕಟಿಬದ್ಧವಾಗಿ ಈ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸ್ತಾ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಮುಂದೂ ಕೂಡ ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಡೌಟ್ ಬೇಡ. ಅದರಿಂದ ನೀವು ಆ ಪಾತ್ರವನ್ನು ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸಬೇಕಾದ ಸಂಗತಿಯನ್ನು ಒಂದೆರಡನ್ನು ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಯೌವನ ಈ ವಯಸ್ಸು 4.5 ವರ್ಷದವರೆಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸ್ನೇಹಾಚಾರವನ್ನು ಯಾವುದನ್ನೂ ಮನದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಾರ್ದು. ಸ್ನೇಹ ಬೇಕು, ಬೇಡ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ. ಸಹಪಾಠಿಗಳ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕೋ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕು. ಎಷ್ಟು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆ ಒಂದೇ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಓದು ಓದು ಓದು. ಆ ಒಂದು ನಿಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಮುಂದುವರಿದರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಶಸ್ಸು ಸಿಕ್ಕುವುದು. ಅದು ಅಲ್ಲದೆ ನಾನು ಇವತ್ತು ನನ್ನ ಸಹಪಾಠಿ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ದೇಳಗಡ್ಡೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಟೀ ಕುಡಿದು ಬರ್ತೇನೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಜ್ಯೂಸ್ ಕುಡಿದು ಬರ್ತೇನೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವಂಥ ಮನೋಭಾವ ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ನೀವು ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಾರ್ದು. ನಿಮಗೆ ತಿನ್ನಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಸ್ನೇಹಾಚಾರಕ್ಕೆ, ನೆಂಟರ ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ನು ಅನೇಕ ವರ್ಷ ನಿಮಗೆ ಆಯುಸ್ಸಿದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಕಾಶವೂ ಇದೆ. ಆ 4.5 ವರ್ಷ ಕಳೆದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಅದುವರೆಗೆ ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಯನ್ನು ತಿಳಿದುಕೊಂಡು ಈ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಕಲಿತು ಅತ್ಯುತ್ತಮ ಶ್ರೇಣಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರೇನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲೇ ನೀವು ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗಿಕೊಂಡು, ಉದಾಹರಣೆಗೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಈಗ ಈ ವರ್ಷದ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಉತ್ತಮವಾದ ವಾತಾವರಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಈ ಸಲದ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಗಳು. ನಾವು ಹೆಮ್ಮೆ ಪಡಬೇಕು. ರಾಜೀವ್ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮೊದಲನೇ ಹಂತದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಗಳು ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹೊಸ ಕಾಲೇಜು ನಮ್ಮದು. 40 ಕಾಲೇಜುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಉನ್ನತ ಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಗಳು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಗಳು ಓದಿದ್ದು ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತಿರುವಂಥ ಈ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ಗಳು, ಟೀಚರ್ಗಳು. ಅದೇ ಥರ ನಿಮಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಅವರು ಸಹಕಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಸಹಕಾರಿಯಾಗಿ ನಿಲ್ತಾರೆ. ನೀವು ಆ ನಿಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಬೇಡದ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ, ಸ್ನೇಹಾಚಾರ ಆಗಲಿ, ಈಗ ಅವರು ಅನೇಕದು ಹೇಳಿದರು, ರ್ಯಾಗಿಂಗ್, ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಹೊಗಳುವುದು, ತಗಳುವುದು, ಸ್ನೇಹಾಚಾರ ಮಾಡಿ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರನ್ನ ಅಶ್ಲೀಸ್, ಈಗ ನನಗೆ ನೋಡುವಾಗ ಅಸಹ್ಯ ಆಗುವಂಥ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬರನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರು ಮಾತಾಡಿಸುವುದು, ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅತ್ಯುತ್ತಮ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಕಲಿಯಿರಿ. ನಿಮಗೆ ದೇವರು ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಮೆದುಳು ಶಕ್ತಿ ಮತ್ತು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದಿನ ಜೀವನ ಹಸನಾಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಧೈರ್ಯ, ಮೆದುಳು ಶಕ್ತಿ, ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕರುಣಿಸಿ ದೇವರು ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಹರಸಲಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಹೇಳುವ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿ ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ವಂದಿಸಿ, ಮೀಡಿಯಾದವರಿಗೂ ವಂದಿಸಿ ನನ್ನ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಮುಗಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಜೈ ಹಿಂದ್.
Thank you. Next, I would like to thank to our Dean, our beloved Dr. H.S. Virupaksha sir, for his elaborate words. A word, a stitch in time saves 9. So, taking these words into consideration, sir has given an elaborate procedures to be followed in this institute. He has given the overall architecture of this building. So you should not have any difficulty in approaching any of the facilities, and also regarding the grievance addressal, also handling the ragging issues or any other issues for that matter. He has given the elaborate plan which is there in our institute. Thank you so much, sir. Next, I would like to thank Dr. Harish Shetty, MS of the hospital. He will be there to help you all in our hospital services. Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to thank Dr. K.G. Kiran, sir, Deputy MS. He will be handling the college side and also the hospital side, your rural postings and the family adaptation program. Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to thank Dr. Rohan Moniz, our Chief Administrative Medical Officer, who is overall in charge of the hospital. I would like to thank all the principals of our sister institutes for their kind support and blessings. I would like to thank all the HODs who are present here, the clinical HODs, pre-paraclinical HODs, and all the experienced professors who are sitting here for their support. I would like to thank all the teaching staff and non-teaching staff who have come here and graced the occasion. I would like to thank the parents who have attended this program and the students who have joined our institute for this batch of 21-22. All the best and welcome. I would like to thank the technicians who have made this program possible, who have been working before the stage and behind the stage. Thank you. Then big thanks to the media department for covering this program and spreading this information outside for the good work, to show the good work which is happening in the institute. Thank you for the media department. Next, our IT department, which has been working tirelessly to make sure that this program runs smoothly. Thank you.
Abbakka